I've seen here recently on YouTube that they have something popped up that is for the month of June, which is LGBT Pride Month. And they got something up called Proud to Play. Hashtag Proud to Play. You gotta have your hashtags. But I decided I was going to say something about it. I may not be an athlete, but I think regardless of sexual orientation, you should be proud to play. And you should be able to play. I mean, you should be able to play without fear of judgment from others based upon who you are as an individual, who you're attracted to, what you look like. You should be proud to play and able to play without fear of judgment. And I think it's really horrible that some of the athletes here recently that's been coming out of the closet, they have to deal with so much hate. I mean, what does being attracted to the same gender, how does that affect how you play a sport? I don't think just because a guy likes a guy, he can't score a touchdown, or I don't know if there's been anyone in baseball but hit a home run, or with wrestling, just because you like someone of the same sex doesn't mean you can't wrestle. I don't understand any of that. I mean, I may not be a sports person. The only one I really like that I would watch is soccer, but I never get the chance. Wrestling sometimes. I'm more of a local kind of wrestling person. I would rather watch local stuff. Which, like, even the local company that I was a part of, and I'm supposed to be the general manager of if it ever comes back, and the company I shoot the promos for, some of the top wrestlers that they have are of the LGBT community. I know in XXL, one of the top wrestlers out of character, and the GM out of character, and a few of the lower wrestlers out of character, and me when I was out of character. LGBT. In the EWF, one of the wrestlers that's from the XXL wrestles there, and he's one of the highest up. And I would say he's the highest up in the roster. LGBT community. He's gay. And I mean, he's up at the top of the food chain in both companies that he's been in. What does being gay affect sports? How does that affect how you play sport? Just, let's say I was in sports. Far from the truth. When it comes to sports, I'm like a ninja, you'll never see me playing. But I really don't understand it. Like, if I played sports, nothing's gonna change. If I was good at a sport, I'd still be good at it. You got people that have been playing sports for a while that's came out, and they're still good at it. I'm not pushing an agenda. No one else is pushing an agenda. We're just trying to show that we're normal human beings. We wouldn't even need a Pride Month if it wasn't for the fact that the LGBT community has the highest rate of suicides, just because our youth is so ashamed of who they are, because they know they'll get bullied for it. We wouldn't even need a Pride Month if it wasn't for that. If everyone would just accept everyone, we wouldn't need a Pride Month. We wouldn't have to be worrying about seeing these videos. You wouldn't have to worry about us pushing our agenda on you. Whatever that is. You don't have to worry about any of it. You won't have to worry about hearing about gay marriage. Because really, it's just marriage. And you wouldn't have to hear about it if everyone was as equal and we just all learned to love each other. You wouldn't see any of that anymore. So that's one way that you'd stop seeing the gay agenda being pushed. Agenda. What agenda? You're kind of funny for thinking there is an agenda. Our agenda is be able to marry the ones we love, have equal rights, and foreign countries not get murdered for who we are. And even though this seems like a small little thing, the hashtag proud to play, it's still something. It's a step in trying to get people to accept everyone else. It's a step towards equal rights. It's a step towards just being accepted. Getting other people to maybe see that we're not so different. I mean, come on. I don't know. If I played sports, I'd be one of those open and out people, and I'm proud that all you guys came out, because it just shows that we're not different whatsoever. And I just want to say thanks for that, and you guys better be proud to play. Closest thing to a sports team I was ever on was a dodgeball team as a child. And it was a dodgeball league, and I believe our team won, actually, the tournament that we were in, and I wasn't so bad. So I guess if dodgeball was a professional sport, I would be playing a sport, and I really would be proud to play. To this day, the only reason I'm sharing my story is I don't want any of you to have to go through something like I've went through. And life does get better. Once you get out of high school, things get 10 times better. I know mine got better when I was in high school,